Yeah, come up with like an intro. Like,
Yeah, no. I was talking with Session about buying a beat off of him and having like a full blown intro. And I'm probably going to let that just roll in the beginning of the podcast. All right, so here we are. It's the Fed Show. We got JOE with us, aka Brewed Up Joe, aka the Pint Player, and we're just going to do this right off top. Let's shoot the promo reel. That way, like, I don't have to go find it all throughout, because I had to do that like three or four times.
So, Brewed Up Joe on all platforms. Brewed up, like you brewed up a cup of coffee on everything, every social media you can think of. New merch on the way. I just came up with a new silhouette, so be on the lookout for that. New shows. This Friday, June 2nd. Yeah, June 2nd at Halton Theater, and then June 3rd at Four Corners Brewery out in Dallas. So, and then June 17th at Brutal Beer Works Brewery for their 4-year anniversary. So,
you know, every time, well, the last year you did that one, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Have my kids that weekend, and I was like, man, it's a ticketed event, right? Is it ticketed this year?
But it wasn't like. It wasn't like a ticket. Like, it was a ticket event, but it wasn't.
It was like for the drinks.
Like,
right?
if you want to do the whole, like, if you want to get like the glass and the T-shirt and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same way.
Okay.
Because it's pretty pricey.
Because what is that?
It's like $50 to get.
Yeah,
but you get a shirt, you get your beer. All
that's
that
what
stuff.
Grapevine Highway. Is that what is that? Where's that? Out the Northwestern Hills, right?
Yeah.
It's in that strip center.
Yeah.
I think I've been to that brewery like twice. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. So you dropped the project with Session. How did that come about?
I mean, I've been knowing Session for a while. I met him a long time ago through Eric, of course, Eric Evans, and then all the homies knew him anyway already. You know. Then he disappeared for a while. He went to San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then when he came back, it's been some years since I seen him. I didn't even notice. I didn't notice who he was. We actually work at the same job.
Oh yeah, we talked about that before.
And he kept saying what's up to me, and I was like, all right, what's up, you know? And now I'm really calculating who he was, remember who he was, because it's been a while, and I just like, and you know, we probably like a couple weeks passed, and then and then one day I got home and it just clicked in my head, and I was like, oh snaps, and I just DM'd him. I'm like, oh my bad, bro. Like,
no, because like I seen pictures of him back in the day. He didn't have the long hair. Did he come back with the long hair, or did he have long hair back then too?
I can't remember.
Because I was just thinking, well, that could be a reason that you didn't
can't remember. You have to ask him. But yeah, it was just like, I mean, I saw him all the time and stuff, and then I did a feature for his project with him and Eric Evans, and then I was just like, you know what, let's just do an EP.
Yeah. So how's that process work with Session? I mean, like, how does it work with everybody? Like, it's just different.
It's different. It depends on who I'm with. With Session, he was just sending me beats, and I was just writing at home, and then I just knocked all the tracks out in one session.
Nice.
So with 357, but everything's different. Like when I did the album with 357, like we did everything in the studio, like. The whole process, like finding the you know, inspiration for the beat, making the beat. I'd write it, and then I'd be trying to like take it home, and he'd be like, "Nah, finish it right now." But it takes that kind of, you know, that extra boost.
Yeah. That's another thing I wanted to ask you. So on one of the man, because I didn't hear it before. So last night I started doing these long ass walks at night by myself, and it really just gives me like time to think and process. But I started going through music more. But when you have the earbuds in, and you can't hear anything else but the music on the it's the first on the Keg Flow track. Who's talking at the end?
Oh, it's like a old Batman Joker Joker thing.
Because they scared the shit out of me. Because I was walking and I'm hearing the music, and at the very end I hear someone talking, and I thought somebody was coming up.
Yeah, it's an old 80s like. It's an old
Adam West Batman style back then.
Well, it's like the old like cartoon, like old ass cartoon. Yeah, cause me and Session went back and forth for like, he was sending me all kinds of different beats, and I was just like, and then someone would keep, and then I'd be like, nah, never mind, like scrap it, and like, yeah, I was listening to this album, Oroku Saki by Mickey Diamond, and it's about pretty much Master Shredder,
Yeah.
like Ninja Turtles play, like kind of like an MF Doom type spinoff, but like, and of course they use sound bites and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I showed him that album. He's like, "Yo, this is dope." Da da da. And then so that was the first beat he sent me. I was just like, "Yo, this is the one."
Yeah. And then so on the new project, bro, it's Craft Can Classics, right?
Correct.
Okay. Because I was like, I know that's what it is, but in my head I was like, it doesn't sound right. How did the Suave Ski feature happen?
Oh, that's my brother. He's just like, I can hit him up.
But he's where's he based at right now?
In Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
But he was in town when we did it.
But so he's from Connecticut?
Yeah.
So how did that connection happen with you and him?
Oh, I mean, I've known him since high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because when we were younger, well, he's Milky's cousin.
Okay.
He's Milky Beats' cousin. So when we were younger, we were like in our teens. His parents sent him down here to Connecticut, from Connecticut, and he stayed down here for a few years. And then right after high school, that's when he went back to Connecticut, and then he just come back every other.
I was just curious because I met him. I don't remember where I was at, but we were out whatever day, and I met him, and I was like, how do y'all know? Like, cause y'all seem like tight knit.
Oh yeah, that's the homie.
And that's why I was just like,
yeah,
like how did this?
Shit, at least I've known him as long as I know Lazy. That's how long I know him.
So okay, so who else was in y'all's little high school group?
Shit, pretty much me, Lazy, Suave, Milk. Nobody else that I can think of in the immediate circle like that.
Yeah. I just want to, dude. I don't talk to anybody from high school. Like randomly, somebody on Instagram will pop up from like high school or middle school or something. But it's not like I kept in touch with any of those people. And that's why I was just wondering. I was like, but they're all in music right now, right?
Yeah.
And is that something that y'all just thought about like back then? Like this is something we're all gonna do to one day, or is it just like y'all just stayed in it?
I know Milk and Suave are doing their thing, their own thing together. Me, I was doing my own thing. Me, I didn't even tell nobody I rapped when I was younger. I was just like building my craft and having fun with my, doing it on my own. And at the time, I was in a rap group with me and my homegirl Sherry. Yeah, we were doing our own thing and stuff, and then I remember I'd go to my mom's house in the old hood, and I used to skate around the neighborhood and stuff, and so I would do that every now and then, and then people would be pulling up on me. This one dude pulled up on me from high school. He actually does music too, but I don't see him as often. Shout out Dominique Dawson. He pulled up on me. He was like, "Yo, I heard you be rapping." I'm like, who the hell told you that? He's like, "Yo, you should go link up with Milky or whatever." And then this is back in 2011, 2010, and I just sent him I don't know if he gave me his number or I just hit him up on the internet. I don't remember. I just messaged him, and then I think I just sent them like a little bit of what I've been doing, and then the rest is just history. We just started working, and we've been tight since.
All right, man. So if you're in Fort Worth, you can pretty much catch you. You performed at every brewery here, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
How
did that come about? How did that start happening? Did you just go in like, "Hey, can I perform here?" Or did you?
Nah.
That's what I'm saying. How did that go about?
Man, it's just, I don't know. Well, really, I was just like, I'm a fan of beer, so like, I was just going.
I mean, that's how we met at a brewery.
Yeah, I was just going. Yeah. So I was just and then like, well, because the first brewery I performed in was Panther Island Brewery. Shout out to them. And I was just going at the time. I was just going to breweries like religiously every week and stuff, you know. And then that's how people found out who I was. Well, just found out about me. Not music, but like they noticed me just like you know because I'm always coming. So that's how I got cool with everybody. And then pretty much other people would be like, "Yo, this guy raps, da 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 da," and they were like, "What?" And they're like. And they would show them.
But that guy that's always here.
And then they would show them the link, and then they'd be like, "Oh snaps, this dude's rapping about beer, da da da." And then I never really put the pressure on anybody like that. I'll never go up there and be like, "Oh, let me do something, da 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 da." It was always other people's idea.
Yeah.
And like, until this day, it's pretty much how it's pretty much been.
Yeah. Well, because I'm just curious, because there's not a lot of. I guess there are other rappers that have performed at breweries, but like even like Bearded Lady, Hot Fusion, you performed up there. I mean, Raw and Sons, Panther Island, like just you can just go through the list and you like Fort Brewery, like no matter where, like Joe's performed there. And I was just curious like how it just kind of organically happened. Basically.
Yeah, it literally just happens. Like even to this day, I don't really reach out to perform like that. I just my only thing I'm really working on is just creating more music.
Yeah.
And then I mean that's how it is now. It's just like they just see that I'm keeping working. I'm still dropping videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how it's like, yo, can you come back? Because we see you working. We see you keep doing all that.
Dude, okay, let's talk about the inspiration for the branding. Like, how did Brewed Up Joe? I mean, I guess from craft beer, clearly, and then JOE, and your name is Joe.
Yeah.
The pint. Well, they're all the pint player, a pint of beer. Yeah. But like, how did you take your branding to the next level? Like with the logos, with the stickers, like with the merch. Like what really got you rolling in that?
I mean, it's all about quality, and then for the people who don't know about you, you want them to see the best version of you.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you see me, boom, free sticker, da da da. You see the logo, you see the videos, that's how that's how you want people to see you. Like when they see you for the first time, you just want to present the best version of you. I remember the other day I was at work, and my coworker comes in. He's had a burnt CD, and a guy just wrote a marker on it. He just had a little, like an old bootleg DVD looking card in it, and it's like, I was like, where'd that come from? He goes, someone just left it on my desk. I was like, what? I was like, okay.
So my in-dash of my car, my touchscreen, it died on me. So I've reverted back to my stock radio with the CD player, and like I'll go into record stores because they still sell CDs at a lot of the record stores, like Doc's Records and the one that's over there on Race Street across from the Post. So I'll go in there, like I got a Kanye album. I got a couple of Kanye albums, and then like my son's like, here, I don't listen to CDs anymore because I got Apple Music on his phone. So I got like an ASAP Rocky CD, and then I think there's one more. I can't remember what the other one. It's The Weeknd. Okay. So I have 4 CDs I listen to in the car, and then I went to the Lou Charles show in downtown. He had CDs for sale, and it's, dude, in my head it's nostalgic because I remember having like a Walkman to your headphones and you press play. Yeah. If you shook the CD player, it would skip and not play right. And I feel like everything just comes back around. Like for a long time, vinyl's dead, and now it never really died. It just wasn't as popular. Yeah. And now
vinyl's crazy.
Yeah. Now you can get vinyl. There was a 3-6 Mafia vinyl at one record store I went to. They wanted $475 because it was like a first pressing, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not gonna pay that, but it'd be cool to have. Right. But I do feel like that retro CD. Like it's funny that you. Oh, where'd you get that burned CD from? Yeah. Because dude, I remember like going to like Trader's Village or going to like shows back in the day, and everybody had like, oh yeah, we had our CDs, and it had like that thick sticker on it. Oh yeah, and that shit would get caught. That shit would get caught in the thing. Yeah. Oh man, no, you had to get the real one though. Like
Yeah, get it lasered on or whatever.
Digitally put on. You can't just put that sticker on there, bro.
I've been there, done that. I've been that dude printing labels and sticking them on there, and then, man, but now, man, it's like, it's quality is everything, and yo, get your shit mixed. Get your shit mixed right. A lot of people want to show you shit. This shit sounds bad.
That's one thing I've learned with. Look, I gotta shout you out because you were the first guest on the Six Pack podcast, and you were like, just have guests, and I was like, who do I really know? And then, like, dude, honestly, I had you on, and then it was just the homies, the guys that we're about with all the time. People would be like, oh man, I'd like to come on, bro. And back then it was a different conversation. Back then we were just fucking drinking 6 beers together and talking about wherever the conversation went. Now I try to structure this a little better, but you're one of the first dudes that like, oh man, like do this, like pointers, something, suggestions.
Man, I see you, man.
I mean, I appreciate it because, like I always say, this started out with me and my cousin drinking and recording it, and like to come this far and actually have people that are like, hey man, I need an episode. Hey man, I'd love to come on. Hey, what do you think about my music? Would you have me on? Like, it's like, bro, I'm just some random dude with an iPhone and some microphones.
Yeah.
But it's cool because like sometimes I go places that, hey man, you're Gorilla Rob. I'm like, you don't gotta call me that in person. Like it's a little weird sometimes, but I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't have picked a different name. Yeah. Because, I mean, it was something goofy to put on the internet.
Yeah, hey, I mean, and then and one day you might want to change it. You never know.
Yeah.
It's all about growth.
Yeah, but I mean, I just wanted to say I appreciate it, bro, for like having a faith in me, I guess, for coming on and talking with me. We took the promo, we did that. Oh, okay, so Still At It, like that's off the new project. That's my favorite song off the project. It's just like, I don't know, like last night it was fuel because I put it on Instagram, like that was the fuel for the workout last night, and I was like, how do you go about when you write, bro? Like what goes into it? Just the vibe of the beat, and then you come up with a hook, and then go off of that, or do you?
Sometimes I don't even have a hook. It's just like I'll be like, I'll rap, and then I'll let the beat ride, and then I rap a second verse, and then I'll be like, that's it, and then 357 look at me like, bro, you got this whole ass gap. Like he's like, I got you, and like he like Classic Brew, he's the one to chop. That was his idea to chop it up, put it in there. Yeah. And then other than that, like everything else, I pretty much and like this, he came up with that one. Like I kind of freestyled the hook, and then he took it and threw his magic on it. And then, but with Still At It and Keg Flows, I had the hook already. Yeah. And
are you gonna release that freestyle?
I mean, Session has it. So Session has it. It's up to him.
He asked, like, should we release this freestyle?
Oh, I told him, I said, I don't care.
Because he put it on the Instagram, like, should we release this? I was like, yes. And then, like, that's what I was curious too. I was like, I don't care. Brought it up.
That's all him. But yeah, man, Still At It. That's one of my favorite too, man. And then like, it's just like that's a lot of things I look forward look into when I'm writing. You know, it's just like just positive lines and stuff. You know. Yeah. And then all the other shit is just little shit that I go through, but who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, that's like one of the big things, like with this whole DWI thing that I'm going through. Like, you've been one of the dudes that's been there for me. Honestly, it's been you, Dank, and Kai. Like, man, on bad nights, Kai's reached out, let's just go eat, bro. Let's go do something. And then, like, you had your album release, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go up there. And you're like, bro, I have the hint waters, I got you. So like, I'm not just standing there like watching everyone drink free craft beer. That I was like, dude, there's been so many events now with free alcohol since I'm not drinking. It's like any other time, it wouldn't have been a thing. But
I saw that somebody was doing a sober concert. Like, they were doing like mocktails and fucking shit like that, and like alcohol-free beer and shit like that. I was like, that's pretty interesting.
That's still one thing that I haven't got into is alcohol-free beer, because I don't know. Like, I just feel like, what if I don't like it, and then I'm just like, I don't know if I can control myself at this current moment. of jumping right back.
I don't know, man. Like, I see it more now than I do anywhere else. Like I'm like even my homies like he's like, what was it, Dry January? Mm-hmm. He did the whole dry, but he's drinking NAs, and I was like, obviously it's doing something for him.
Yeah.
If that's what he's drinking, and then like,
because I was even at Walmart and they have an NA that's an IPA at Walmart, and I think there's a company, they have like 3 different. They have like a lager, an amber, and an IPA.
It's that athletic. What is it? That athletic. It's called athletic something. That's the one I see everyone drinking, and I'm like, what is up with that?
And it's like, I think it's like 0.05 or so. It's not even close to being alcohol. Yeah. But I was just like, man, it's maybe a thing that takes off. Somebody might like it.
Yeah, even I was at the bar the other day. I was chilling at Liberty Lounge the other day because my homie was going back to Miami, and so I went to go see him before he took off. And like, yeah, dude's just at the bar drinking a NA. I was like, okay.
I mean, to each his own, man. Because I know I couldn't control myself some nights. I was just, bro, like we were together the night the last time I drank, and that was a 316 day. And dude, it was a hell of a night. Oh yeah, I wish I remember more of it.
You found the Stone Cold beer,
I got the Stone Cold beer. It was just a 4-pack.
I came in with the fucking daiquiris.
Yeah, but dude, that's like, I know 100% what did me in that night. I hit somebody's THC pin.
Oh shit!
And that's what did me in. So I was crossfaded, and when I get crossfaded, it's a bad night for everyone.
Yeah, I try to shy away from that. Like everyone's like, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of it is just me owning my shit and just being like, hey, I can't do this shit no more. Because I mean, like, thank God, I just ended up in jail. I didn't kill myself. I didn't kill nobody else. But I've been playing around with it too long, so it's a different mindset to have now. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about what we did last Friday. What did you think about the Map Pro War Wrestling?
That was interesting. It was corny for sure, but it wasn't like. I mean, it was worth the money. Free beer. Yeah. Like,
I feel like it was. Honestly, I feel like it was like wrestling from the '80s. Like, we would go back and watch like if you watch like a Ric Flair promo from the '80s or like Dusty Rhodes or something like that. I feel like it had a similar vibe. And for like hardcore wrestling fans, like, bro, I'm gonna go again. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take my middle son this next time that I go, because I don't know if he's ready for. I don't know if it'd be worth it to take him to like a WWE event, because I'm not buying $1,000 seats or $500 seats on the floor. But at one of those shows, if he's really into wrestling and it's something that he wants to get into, like, I feel like those shows are something that you can like.
I just want to do it at a different spot.
I know the next show is going to be there.
I was like,
they got some other shows planned that are supposed to be at different spots, but I don't know if I can talk about those. Well, I don't know, because they're not my events. So.
Right.
But yeah, I'll definitely be back up there to check it out again. Like, we saw the heavyweight championship change hands on a Friday night. Yeah. And
I was laughing.
I don't even know what that building is, dude. It used to be a church? Or
I'm sure they still do stuff like that. But it's like a community center. But like, I'm sure they still do all that. But and the skate park's right next door and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
What did that dude kept calling him? He kept calling him
yellow belly bastard. Yellow belly bastard. That shit was funny.
Dude, it was funny. Like, I mean, they had like all the aspects of like that old school wrestling feel. Like, they didn't have to explain to you who the good guy and the bad guy was. Right. Like, it was real clear. This is the face. This is the heel. This is the guy everyone loves. This is the guy everyone hates. And they even had like the manager, like the tatted up Paul Bear dude that was there. Like, when the ref turns around, like, grab that dude's ankle. And he pulled out that screwdriver. He's like, I got this out of his boot. Like, I was just doing my part. Like, I mean, it was good. I think they need to get more food trucks for the next run. And, I mean, it was a fun event. It was,
and I was waiting for somebody to trip over that fucking stair.
I know,
like, either that or my foot.
I know, for sure. We were right there by the stairs. And the photographer's like, this is the best seat in the house. I'm like, bro, like, y'all should not put chairs right here because it always felt like. And then one lady almost fell out of the ring. I was like, man.
Yeah, like almost 3 people fell trying to come down them stairs.
Yeah, the dude that runs the promotion, he had his Jordan 1s on with jeans and his suit jacket and his baseball cap. I was like, I don't know what's going on, man. Like, you're like the hip Vince McMahon or something. But it was a fun event, dude. Like, I'll go back for sure. I wish I would have gone to the one that they did at Martin House.
Yeah, I should have went.
Would have been there. I'm sure it would have been outside. Cause, I mean,
I should have went, but I didn't.
But I mean, you never know. Like, dude, there's been some really like bad wrestling promotions out and about, and I mean, it was for what we paid to get those seats and going up there and hanging out. It was like $30 for ringside. But next time I'll pay the $25 because it was close enough that I didn't have to sit right there. And then the one chick fell out the ring.
Oh yeah,
like it was that one dude came in with the skateboard, started hitting that other guy.
Yeah,
like it was there was a little bit of everything in the show, a disqualification, and I mean they really sold it for the most part. But
I need to, like I said, we need to find them ECW type.
No, dude, I know those ones you keep posting. I followed that page. What is it? The death match.
Yeah, man.
I want to go to one. I want to see like those dudes with the light.
I'll be in there with some safety goggles on,
exactly,
like gloves.
That one I saw the other day, he suplexed that guy into the table, and then like you see this giant gash in that dude's back. I'm like, oh man, like. Make sure he's all right before they just keep going.
I better have some good ass health insurance,
dude. Those guys are probably like construction workers or something. That like those promotions, but they put their bodies on the line, man, for the entertainment.
Straight up.
I really wish I would have pursued becoming a professional wrestler. It's too late now. I'm too old. Maybe one match one day. If someone will put me in a ring with someone that's not been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
All right, man. So what's the new spots? What are the new places you're hanging out in Fort Worth? Because I mean, I haven't been out drinking. So
I mean, I've been going to Down and Out more.
Do you go for the free hot dogs on Sundays?
Not like Dank, but
dude, he ate 8 hot dogs on that. He ate 7 there. We were there one time.
But, it's not really anywhere new, really, I've gone to.
Dude, I've never been to Grandma's. Is it called Grandma's? Mm-hmm. I've never been in there. I know you told me to go.
Grandma's is chill. Yeah, that's one of my regular spots.
That's in Magnolia?
Yeah. And I can't really think of anywhere I want to go. Really?
What was I going to ask you? Okay.
I still haven't been to Cicada yet. That's where it used to be Mass.
They got burlesque tomorrow night, but you got a show tomorrow night. Dude, I think we talked about it before. Is there any other venues that you're like, I'm going to play that in Fort Worth? Currently, have you played Halton before?
Nuh-uh. I haven't even been in there.
You never even been to Halton Theater and you have a show there tomorrow?
Yeah, I've seen video and pictures, but I haven't been there. And then same with like the Rail Club. I've never been there.
No. I think there's a show.
One of my
Tropicana has a show there.
One of my favorite rappers is coming
Thursday.
to town. Boldy James.
Yeah,
he's coming, but I gotta make sure they don't. But it's just that promoter company. I guess they're kind of sketchy.
Oh yeah.
It's called Third String Promotions or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Productions or whatever. I saw somebody post a month ago, maybe, or a couple weeks ago. They were like, they bought their tickets like way in advance, and like without notice, they like changed venues.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and she wrote this long ass post about it. That was crazy.
Yeah, that happened back in the day. Like, who was that dude? Brian Headwelch. That was from Korn. He had like the dreads. I don't know what.
Didn't they all have like dreads? Most of them.
I wasn't really a big Korn. I mean, I can
except the drummer.
I can listen to some Korn, but I couldn't tell you what those dudes. I wasn't like a hardcore Korn fan. But I know that dude Brian Headwelch. He became a born again Christian, and he started a band, and it was just called. I want to say it was called like Love and Death or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to play Tomcats. He was going to play Tomcats back in the day, and showed up for a show, and the doorman didn't say nothing. He just marked it down like, "Oh, you're here for him." And then we're there, and we're like seeing all these like local bands go up there, and then a bigger touring band showed up, and then I was like, "Hey man, that fool didn't even play." And then I told the doorman, I said, "Bro, what happened?" I told you. He was like, "Oh yeah, man, they changed venues. It was supposed to be in Fort Worth, but they moved it to the San Antonio location." I'm like, "Dude, that's like 4 hours away." And he's like, "I was like, when did they make the change?" He's like, "Oh, they announced it on social media." I was like, "But y'all didn't think to like email everybody?" He was like, "Well, we just figured everybody would figure it out." Wow. And I'm like, "Bro, that's how I feel like y'all."
Yeah, they be doing some shady shit, man.
Like, did that really happen, or did y'all just say that because y'all knew he was gonna play the other and try to sell tickets?
They do that. They do a lot of that shit on 7th Street too, but
like I went to a Bun B show at the Rail Club. I don't know who the promoter was, but they said on the tickets that like you need to be here by like 9 o'clock. If you want like VIP access or whatever, like you need to be here by a certain time. Man, there was people there at like 6 o'clock, like waiting, and then talked to the person at the door. I was like, "Hey man, what time's Bun B supposed to go on?" They're like, "Oh, he should be on at 10." And then it's like 9:45, and they send this other group up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just got news that Bun B he's gonna be pushing his time back a little bit. He'll be here at 11." And it was like, everybody's just kind of there, like, chilling, like, all right, well, you know, traffic and stuff, okay.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, they sent another group of this dude from Oklahoma, and he rapped, and he did his thing. And
I be hating that shit.
And they're like, oh, we just got word that he's 45 minutes out. And I was like, all right. And then here comes fucking 12 o'clock, and they're like, they say he's 15 minutes away. And I'm like, bro, like, if he's not here, I'm going to be pissed. And then sure enough, he walks in the door at like 12:30, gets on stage, the DJ spins it, and he does like his greatest hits verses. And then, all right, takes his hat off, throws it to the crowd, walks out the door. And I was like, this dude, it was probably 25 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Hyped the crowd up a little bit in between verses, and then gone. And I was like, hey, like him and Young Jeezy just did a show this past weekend in Dallas.
Okay.
And I didn't hear nothing about. I don't know anybody who went. I was like, the tickets were only like $45. So I was like, yeah, but after being at that show, I was just like, man, I don't know.
Like I said, made me pull some shit. I wonder how many people are gonna go to the Soulja Boy show.
Yeah, I mean,
they should all wear tall tees and like size 48 jeans.
I mean, that's a nostalgic thing. I think like nobody under the age of, I mean, I don't know. I guess like with TikTok and with internet reels and stuff, that some people know who he is, but I'm not like, yeah, like I got my tickets already. Like, not at all. I saw they announced on July 23rd, there's a car show off of Felix and 35.
Okay.
And it's like Little Flip's supposed to be there, Slim Thug's supposed to be there. I think Little Kiki. Like, there's a gang of like Houston rappers that are supposed to pull up for this car show.
I bet my homie be out there, Albert Grindstein.
I was just like, I wonder how much these tickets gonna be. Like, there's very minimal information on it right now. There's not even like a link to a promoter. It just has all these artists tagged. And this one random dude, like, I don't know if he leaked it or what, but I'm like, I don't think this is end up happening.
Probably don't even have a permit to do it, to just pull up.
Well, because it's like that old, what is it, the old bazaar that was right there on Felix?
Yeah.
By that grocery store?
Yeah, I used to go in there.
I did too. But right next door, there's like, they put a Corral West. It's some club.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be at some club, but a Sunday afternoon car show club event. Definitely people can get shot. Like, nah, I don't know. But it's just one of those, like, it's not like a major venue that I would see them do anything like that at. They have a bunch of lowriders out there and a car show and the potholes all in the parking lot.
Yeah. Man, I used to go to that bazaar. That's when I was first getting my clothes made. I was like 18, 19. It's like, I've been wearing my own shit since a long time.
I used to get vinyl stickers for, like, the car clothes and stuff on the back windows. There was probably the same place. They did like vinyl stickers, T-shirts, and then like around the corner there was another dude that did like all the airbrush stuff.
Yeah.
And they used to always have the tennis shoes in saran wrap.
Yeah, I was using that dude for a while. His name is Jimmy. He's a big Hispanic dude, glasses. Now, it kicked me off right.
You ever know what happened to him?
I'm sure he's doing all right. Well, he moved around a lot, like because like all the spots he was doing it, the rent was too high or whatever. And then, I mean, I followed him all the way back to his house. It's like,
oh yeah,
he was at the bazaar, then he went to Hemp Hill, and then he was in the Grand Plaza, and then he was in this other random ass spot, and then, man, I was just going to his house. And then by then, I figured out a new way to do my shit, and I was just like, all right, cool. Because it was just the iron-on. We were just doing the iron-on shit.
Yeah.
So, and then by then, I was just like, all right, let me go up to, like, embroidery and shit like that. So.
All right, I want to touch on one more relationship you have, and the dude, Guillermo.
Yeah.
What's the studio?
GDT Studios.
GDT Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, how did that relationship come about? You just known him, or?
Yeah, I've known him for a while. We've got a bunch of mutual friends. I definitely met him around the Black House era.
Oh yeah. So
that's how that kicked off, and then he was throwing his own events too.
Yeah.
The whole art luck and stuff.
Because he's got warehouse studio in Northside.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's got the one on Hemp Hill now.
Mm-hmm. Well, the warehouse too is more like a big workspace, but he's talking about. But he's always got a bunch of ideas. He's always talking about doing little events and stuff there and stuff like that. But yeah, it's mainly like a workspace. I've been in there once or twice. It's pretty cool. They be doing some wild shit in there.
Yeah, because the album release was there at the Hemp Hill location. Mm-hmm. And bro, I thought we were gonna like cave the floor in a couple of times when like, dude, we were all packed in there.
It's an old house, man.
But I was like, because I was there, and then 50 was right here next to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, bro, like I
people are hopping and shit.
I need to scoot back a little bit because like, if y'all go in, at least y'all will break my fall. But it was a badass event. Like a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces.
Yeah.
And I talked to Guillermo a little bit, and then the core session, talked with him. Eric Evans came out. I mean, dude, there was a lot of fucking people there, and like I was like surprised with the turnout. And you said it when you got the mic. It's like, I didn't make this happen. Y'all made this happen. I just told y'all I was gonna be here, and y'all showed up, and it was good seeing everybody. Like, because we don't always. Sometimes like everybody don't make it out.
Yeah.
And it felt like just about everybody made it out that night.
Mm-hmm.
And
and it's been a long time since I've done anything like to celebrate a release or of anything like that. Since like the album me and Milky did, we did it at the Black House. We did a release party, and that was back in like 2016, something like that.
Yeah, because I was like, you didn't do anything for what was it? The Loggers in the Lounge.
Yeah.
You didn't do like a big.
I mean, the past few projects, I didn't do anything. I didn't. Like, yeah, Loggers, 4-pack, Pints and Padre. Like, I didn't do. I mean, we dropped videos and we did little shows. We promoted it different ways, but we didn't do like a party or anything like that.
Dude, it was good though. It felt like that. I mean, I don't want to say like a legal house party, high school vibe, but that's definitely. But it was like nostalgic, like But see, I had never been to the Black House. Me and Dank went since they reopened, but it's kind of weird. Yeah,
y'all wasn't there when it was like going down.
Yeah, popping. Like I was like, these stories I hear, like I want to be involved.
It felt like the whole damn city was there in a way.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
But all right, man, we're gonna wrap this. We'll chit chat more off camera. But projects. Anything up and coming, or we're just promoting the current one?
Definitely promoting the current one. Go get that Craft Can Classics with Session on all the production. We got the Like This video out with Swansky. Go run that up. That's at like 14K right now. Just get it up to like 100K, something like that. Shows coming up June 2nd, Hudson Theater, June 3rd, Four Corners Brewery. That's a free event, and it's a big art event too. So people be selling art, and there's gonna be like video. This dude gonna be having video projections. He says he has a bunch of old VCR tapes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a bunch of footage from like the past shows and just a bunch of other random stuff. There's performances all day from like 2 to 10. I go on. My girl Gabby goes on at 4. Me and Lazy go on last around 9. But yeah, it's a free event. It's, you can come and go as you please. And then June 17th, Brutal Beer Works, their 4-year anniversary. We'll be there. I think we go from 2 to 5. Yeah, me and Lazy at 2 to 5. And that's about it. Always recording, always cooking. So I still got a bunch of tracks in the reserve. So just know I always got something.
Always.
Always.
All right, guys, y'all stay fed. We're going to wrap this up, and y'all go check out JOE's music, Brewed Up Joe, the pint player. Stream the music, download it, put it in your reels, everything. Like, go check him out. Drink some water, ho.